Hey everyone, this is Jason Goldfinger with Imagine Time, and just wanted to quickly show you our cloud-based practice management solution, Mango Billing. And before I get into the product, I want to describe the problem that we're solving. The accounting industry has really started to understand the power of software and how it can solve the issues that a firm may have. But what happened over time is that a firm would have a certain issue around their time and billing, or file sharing, or payments, project management, e-signature, etc., and you all would buy a specific software to solve that specific issue. This resulted in having 4 to 8 separate and unconnected programs to achieve your necessary workflow. They aren't integrated with each other, and you're paying full price for all of them and only using really 10 to 15% of these programs' capabilities. The purpose of Mango is to bring all of your necessary functions into one integrated platform. So let me jump into Mango and quickly show you guys a little bit about each part of the system. So this is a browser-based platform, so you'll log in just like you would to Amazon in whatever browser you normally use. So the first tab you'll be on is the dashboard. The main highlight here is the to-do list. So you're able to add to-dos for your own board that you can label high, medium, or low priority. You can actually move these things once you complete them into the completed column so that you know you've taken care of it. So a really good replacement for sticky notes, but also you'll be able to add notes to other employees' boards. This is good to communicate notes to someone if they're in a meeting, or if you need tasks completed by an employee, you can add it to their board, and then you can go and check to see if they have taken care of it or if it's still hanging in their queue. So a quick little way to communicate tasks that will normally get stuck in emails, or you have to yell it down the hall, or it's in your internal messaging program, just to have it in one place. So the Clients tab will have all of the information of the clients that you guys have, and we will migrate that data in here for you. This is one of the first questions whenever I show this tab. Whatever system you are currently using, we have an entire migration process for that, and that's a whole different conversation, but we will take care of that for you for free. It is not an additional cost. So once you have your data in here, I'm going to dig into my client, Daniel Craig, and whenever you click in on a client, it will give you a 360 view of everything that's going on with the client. You'll be able to adjust their settings, and all of these other things here are related only to that client. In terms of timekeeping, there's a few different ways to track time. Timesheet entry and time card entry are the most popular. If you do use timers, you can add a timer from any screen on Mango. So I'm in timesheet entry. If I just wanted to add an hour of time for a tax return that I just completed, I would click add time, type in the client, let's say it was James Bond, type in the engagement type, 1040, activity or work code, tax preparation in this case. I spent an hour on it, save and close, the time is entered, that's it. Really easy. You can look through previous days to see what you've entered in as time. Time card entry is probably different than other things you've seen, but this is pretty similar to Excel. So this is showing me my entire week in a snapshot. So if I've been working on a client for an entire week and I want to do multiple entries at once, this is a really easy way to do it. So if I've been working for the company Spectre and I've been consulting with them and we had client meetings all week, I can just click into Monday here, type in the amount of time I spent on Monday, and just tab over. And I can just type in the amount of time we spent each day. I just did 5 entries just like that. It will show you your daily totals and your weekly totals at the bottom here. Moving on to billing, there's a lot of different billing tabs in Mango. I'm going to just give you guys the highlights. Recurring invoices is a very popular and powerful tool. This is for those clients that are a monthly fixed fee or quarterly fixed fee. We have integrated payments inside of Mango, which has a lot of advantages, and we encourage you guys to use it. One of the big things with the integrated payments, you're able to set up a monthly client to get a bill on a scheduled date. Whenever that comes up, it will automatically send out a bill to them. If you want to, you can save their credit card or ACH information. It will automatically charge them on that date, and it will automatically post. So all that time you spend sending out individual bills, every single month. This will do it automatically for you after you set it up the first time. That's recurring invoicing. Batch invoicing is where most firms will do their make their adjustments to their WIP. So this is showing me all of my clients and the WIP that I have for those clients. So I can filter this down by billing partner, by specific engagements. So if I just wanted to look at my 1040 clients, I can do that. So we'll bring up all of these clients that I've done 1040 work for. And instead of having to print out the WIP or do these all individually, I can drill down and look at the individual engagements that make up this individual time entries that make up this engagement. I can write them up individually and it will calculate that write-up, or I can write up the entire engagement and it will allocate that write-up across all of the different entries at once. So you'll go through, make all of your adjustments. You can adjust descriptions, what type of invoice template they'll get, all the options you can adjust right here. And then when you process them, it will go to what is called invoice review. This is the final stage before a bill is sent out. Usually an admin or the person who handles billing will go through all of these bills, make sure the descriptions are correct, make sure it's the correct invoice template, decide if this is going to be printed out or emailed for the client. And once all of that is done, and you could have 100 bills in here, you could finalize all of them with one click. And this will allow you to print out all the ones that will need to be printed and email out all of the ones that need to be emailed. Billing is incredibly easy with Mango. It should speed up your processes a lot without really changing how you guys currently do it. The accounting tab is where you can take in cash receipts and make deposits. Most of you probably do this in a program like QuickBooks. Speaking of QuickBooks, we do have a full integration with QuickBooks that you guys can activate, and you can decide what syncs back and forth. You can make deposits as well, and this is where you guys will sign up for the electronic Mango payments. The scheduling tab is where you guys can sync up your Outlook or Gmail calendars. It is a bi-directional sync with both of those programs. So anything that is currently in your Outlook or Gmail calendars will show up in here. Whatever you add in here will then show up in your Outlook or Gmail calendars. It's a really good way to understand what everyone else has on their calendar and when there's open time, and you can associate meetings with a client as well, which is really convenient, and users internally. The report center is a very popular portion of Mango because it's very easy to use. We have over 100 different reports separated by category. So when you find a report that you like, you can favorite it, and then it will show up in your favorites tab. So you'll probably see some familiar reports that you guys already run, but then there's some advanced reports, like how profitable am I with each client? And I can run a report for that, and it will show me that information. I'll zoom in so you guys can see the detail here. This takes into account the staff cost of doing the different work, how many hours were billed, invoiced amount, and we also have totals at the bottom. You could filter this down even further to understand, hey, how profitable are we with bookkeeping services, and run it just for that activity. So there's a lot of power here. A really cool portion of Mango is the company dashboard. This is kind of like a health check on the business. So this will quickly show you, usually owners or partners of the firm will look at this every day to understand, how are we doing this month? How are we doing year to date? If you have data for last year, it would give you the comparison. How much unbilled revenue do we have? What's our overall realization rate? What's our GPM? And net write-up and write-down across the entire firm. And you're able to see these individualized metrics for each of the staff members if you want to. Going into project management next, the most common thing we hear about project management is it's very easy to use. There's a lot of tools out there that are similar to this, and this is laid out in a very easy way to learn it. If you've tried to implement something previously and it didn't work, you'll probably have better luck with this. So this is showing me my own personal dashboard. So it's showing me what's due today, what's due this week, next week, and overdue, and all of these are clickable. So if I want to see what are overdue, I can click on that and it will show me those different projects. We also have templates that you guys can use. so you don't have to start from scratch when you're creating these projects. And you can have these recurring annually, monthly, quarterly, any type of project you want to have, you can create on your own, or we already have the templates created for those. We also have tagging abilities. What this allows you to do is tag projects with certain action items, and you see a few of them over here. So if I want to come in the morning and say, okay, who do I need to give a phone call to today? I can just click on that tag, and it will bring up those projects that are tagged with we need to give them a phone call. Really good way to organize based off the action items of a client or of a specific project. To finalize the demo here, the document management tab is the last portion. This is where you can have folders and files and send out documents and have clients upload files. So this can be used internally and externally as a file storage system. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick demo of Mango. Let me know if you guys have any other questions, but thanks for taking the time to watch it.